we'll be talking about manga, one of my personal favorite hobbies, the sort of basics of it, and manhwa, and the difference between them, and just in general, learning about manga as a whole. So, manga and manhwa. Now, you might think, what's a manhwa? Or manhwa? It's basically manga, and if you don't know what manga is, you might ask what the difference is between them, or literally just what manga is, so I'll start from the beginning. The definition of manga is a style of Japanese comic books and graphic novels typically aimed at adults as well as children. Now, that's a pretty broad description, but basically books and stories, but in Japanese translated back to English so people can read it. Manga is pretty diverse in all of its stories, but there are 5 main genres of manga to typically choose from, and I'll tell you all 5 and their definitions. Shonen manga. Shonen manga, which definition is a genre of Japanese comics and animated films aimed primarily at young male audiences, typically characterized by action-filled plots. This is the most popular type of manga and anime, and is also the genre that I will talk about in a later video. Shoujo. Shoujo manga, which weirdly translates to virgin in English, is a genre of Japanese comics and animated films aimed primarily at a young female audience, typically characterized by a focus on personal and romantic relationships. Seinen manga. Seinen manga is another form of Japanese comics marketed towards young adult men. A little fun fact is that in Japanese the word seinen literally translates to youth, but the term seinen manga is also used to describe the target audience of this genre. You can usually tell shonen and seinen apart by seinen's more complex storytelling and usually more serious and realistic topics. Josei manga, which josei translates to woman in English, are Japanese comics catered specifically to women's interests and marketed towards older teenage girls and adult women demographics who are able to read kanji, which, by the way, is a system of Japanese using Chinese letters, without the help of a furigana, which is basically a reading aid for kanji. Subgenres of josei manga include ladies' comics, or lady komi, and readers range on average from 18 all the way up to 45. These are typically more serious romance stories that deal with generally more realistic things in life. The last popular type of genre is kodomomuki manga. Kodomomuki translates to for children in English. Kodomomuki manga and children's anime refer to manga and anime directed towards generally children of 10 years of age and younger. These series are usually more moralistic, often educating children about staying on the right path in life. Each chapter is usually a self-contained story. A popular example is the Pokemon manga and anime series, which focuses on not giving up and pretty much just being a good person. The diversity of it all. There are thousands of stories to read. How do you read it? Well, you can read manga, like I do, for the most part online for free, but you'll be bombarded with ads. Or you can read manga the more traditional way by buying the books online or from your local bookstore. Unluckily, near me, we don't have any. I don't think. I haven't seen any in stores. Some of the more popular manga may be hard to find on bookshelves and online, but if you just go online and Google it, there's always a couple sites where you can read it for free, which is what I do, but there's a lot of ads. So what's the difference between manga and manhwa? Well, manhwa is basically manga, but it's just made in a different place. So manga is made in Japan by Japanese people, and manhwa is made in Korea by North and South Koreans. So, you know what manga and manhwa is. They're a form of storytelling and entertainment that drags you in and makes you want to know more about them and more about the world. What makes them better than, say, reading any other normal book or just watching YouTube? Most manga have a way of making you feel immersed, especially from a progressive standpoint. Watching a TV show, there's a set time, usually like 26 to 30 minutes for most shows, and you just sit there and watch it. But with manga, you have control over the pace. You can go fast, or you can go slow, you can take breaks when you want, there's always bookmarks, and to me, it's really unique, and there's no other type of entertainment like it. Some stories I've read, and I just instantly feel like I need to know more. I get to the end of the chapter, and there's no more, and I feel like I'm going to die inside because I just need to know what happens next. So you keep reading, you see how the world builds, you see how the storytelling goes, you see the characters progress, and hopefully get stronger, they get friends, they become better just as people, and you can even see the side characters go through the same thing. They go through unusual predicaments, get stronger, and questionable choices that make you want to read more. Sometimes the side character can steal the show, and the whole reason you're even reading manga is because of one person. So what does it mean, this whole thing? I don't really make this video for no exact reason, except for just informing you of one of my favorite hobbies, which is, reading manga. You can go read manga online for yourself, or you can simply keep this information locked away in your head until you eventually forget about it. The choice is yours, and I won't judge you, nor will anybody else, for what you decide to do. So that's basically it. There's you know the basics, you know the definitions of the genres, you know how to read it if you want to, and that's basically it. Thank you for watching.